Welcome to It's Not That Deep. I am Phoebe.
And I'm Olivia, and today we are going to be talking about when we first realized that, nothing matters in life, which sounds kind of dark.
But, I don't know, it's just the mindset that we are on a floating rock and nothing matters, but, doing that in a way that's, productive to being a student.
Yeah, basically, we used to overthink a whole lot, but, now... I still overthink.
Let's be real. Okay, take everything that we say with a grain of salt, because honestly, we do overthink and we do have intrusive thoughts because that's just who we are as people. But at the end of the day, we have some credibility in this because we do go to school here.
But by here, you mean Penn State.
Yeah.
Which is a sleigh.
Yeah, the wall's blue. That's why we go here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A little bit about Phoebe, though.
This is
just a little intro. So Phoebe is a senior at Penn State whose entire personality is based off of the fact that you had a root canal and you broke your thumb. And you know how she broke her thumb? By falling downstairs, which I think is honestly one of the most iconic things you could have done because that's so on brand for you.
Well, okay. Yeah, I did do that. I own up to my mistakes. But nothing matters. So, I have a pink thumb, but this is Olivia. She's a junior. She's weirdly obsessed with Danny DeVito since she was a freshman. That was the first thing I learned about you. I don't know why I'm still talking to you after learning that fact. I don't know. You lived in Lancaster over the summer. I think some of that cow manure went straight to your head.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, that's who we are. That's.
Wow, I really appreciated that. That was really nice. You basically told me my brain is poop, which is a sleigh.
Just read between the lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, but.
So when did you first realize that nothing really matters? When did you first realize it's not that deep?
Yes. It's not that deep moment. I was in first grade, okay? I was in first grade. I don't know, I guess I had a cold. I feel like every small child is sick for long periods of time. But yeah, so I was sick and I had to get up and go blow my nose from the tissue box, which was in the back of the room, and I had to keep going back and forth. And truly that was so humbling, and I was an anxious child. And I would be walking back there and I'm just shaking. I'm like, these people are going to hear me blow my nose. But for that 1 week, I went and I did it. This kid, I remember his name, but I'm not putting it on the record. He would stare at me while I was blowing my nose.
Put it on the record.
Nah, because what if he watches this in a very rare chance, and then he's gonna be like, I know, this didn't.
Was it me?
Yeah, it was you. For context, Olivia was in my first grade class. But okay, so I was blowing my nose. He's staring at me, and one day I decided, you know what, I'm gonna stare right back at him. So I stared back at him, and I big snot coming out, and I winked at him, and he never looked at me again.
I kind of respect that, to be honest.
I was like, dang. I was like, dang, I did that. I made that.
You blew snot rockets while staring at your bully.
Yeah,
that's kind of sad.
Yeah, so I guess that story sounded better in my head, but it was empowering as a youth.
Yeah. No, I honestly though, that's kind of valid. The feeling of blowing your nose in public is just really weird. But in the end, when was the last time you remember someone blowing their nose in public? Never. Because nothing matters.
Nothing, exactly. Okay, hit us with your anecdote.
Oh, man, we love to see it. So, basically, it was in 10th grade. And the whole year, I struggled with anxiety, hardcore. But,
Sorry.
It hasn't gone away yet, to be honest. Girl, you know I'm medicated. I got that Lexapro gang rise.
No.
Yeah, you wish you were medicated. Get on my level. But basically, it all started in 10th grade. I failed a math test, right? Mm-hmm. And it was honors trig. I just felt like I was comparing myself to everyone else because I didn't want to go the math science route. I wanted to go communications.
And here we are communicating.
Here we are. Yeah. Sorry. See, I'm living my dream right now. Just talking is a sleigh. But basically I failed this math test and I was like, oh my gosh, my life is over. And this girl in class was like, hey, listen, if you're on your deathbed, like, would you be thinking about this math test? And I was like, frankly, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
honestly,
this might be the test
yeah.
that kills me. So then I went
Yeah.
home, had a major anxiety attack. So I'm like,
Yeah.
you know when you like black out in the middle of an anxiety attack
Yeah.
and you're like kind of like struggling to breathe and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't keep going
Girl,
like this.
overtrained.
Well, yeah, because you know what my mom said? My mom looks
not this. She's already name dropping her mother in the first episode.
No, my mom, she just looks at me and she goes, Liv, come on, stop. And from that point on, I stopped. Well, okay, sometimes I do go into Walmart and I like black out because I'm like, I get really nervous or really anxious.
Well, Walmart's just weird. Walmart's like rancid. Like if you go
rancid
into
vibe.
Walmart, you're anticipating.
What if Walmart wants to
that.
sponsor us one day?
Yeah, I mean we got a blue
struggle.
wall. They could put their logo up there. I'm fine.
Yeah,
with the
true
money.
that. Well,
Yeah.
we just trashed them, so I guess that's just us giving our honest
Redemption
review.
arc.
Yeah, but like my mom pretty much was like, yo, stop.
Yeah.
And so I stopped because I was like, in the end, will this test matter? I mean, it did. Because I like when I say I failed, like I really
What
failed.
was the score?
I probably less than a 50.
I was
like-
hoping like you got like a 12 and I could be like, haha,
Well,
12.
honestly, it might have been that.
Yeah.
Actually, recently I took a quiz. I got an 8 out of 20 on it, and I realized, don't tell my mom I said that though, because she thinks I'm thriving right now.
Oh, man.
But I got an 8 out of 20 on that, and like
Yeah.
I'm realizing like now I really don't care.
It doesn't
like,
matter.
Like okay, so
Yeah.
it's not, we're not saying like don't focus on academics. Like do your
Yeah.
best, but if your best is an 8 out of 20, I mean, so be it.
So be it. Like at the end of the day, you can only put so much time and effort into the scores because they want to trick you up. Like
Yeah.
that's what's gonna happen. And if you get it, like you beat the curve by mentally being like, I'm not going to put more into this than I need to, like mental energy, even like study hours. Like, yes, obviously majors are different and you're gonna need more
Yeah.
time in certain things. But like if you put all that time and you give it your all and it's still not working out, like it's not that deep. Like it's don't murder yourself over something like silly like that, you know? But I had my it's not that deep moment. I had a weak moment. I was looking at things like I was giving way too much authority to certain things and you caught me lacking and that was embarrassing. But
It was kind of funny.
we've overcome
looking back at it. It's
yeah,
kinda
looking
funny
back,
now.
like
Yeah.
the benefit of hindsight, it's very, very funny.
And that's the thing. It's okay to slip up sometimes, like, right? Like,
Yes.
it's okay to see something as being way deeper than what it actually is.
Yeah.
But as long as you can, like, look back and laugh at it. I
Yeah.
feel like we're big advocates for, like, dark humor.
Oh, totally.
Any sort of humor.
Yeah, like you need to cope with humor, or I'm gonna be like a little afraid of you.
Agreed.
You know, like if people taking all this stuff way too seriously, like that's problematic in my opinion. Like we need to be able to laugh at ourselves. Like we need to be able to do that in order to, I don't know, just freaking live. Like nothing matters. So why are you acting like everything's like the Olympics? I don't know. I've never used that analogy in my life. Like, what is going on?
I mean, in the end, life's a marathon.
Not a sprint. You never catch me sprint. I'll probably fall down the stairs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't trust Phoebe on stairs. If you ever see her on the stairs,
Yeah.
put your arms out because she might be
Give me a little
falling.
push. Joke.
Yeah.
That was a joke.
I don't. I mean, it's not a joke.
It's not that deep.
It's not that deep.
No.
But yeah, in the future, we're hoping to talk about lots of different things, lots of different issues Penn State students have, and just kind of clear the air and help people not overthink, because half the stuff that we overthink does not matter because
So true.
none of it's that deep.
That's it. That's all we got.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like, in the end, it's not that deep.
Thumbs up.